Aquarius, welcome to my channel, Towers Tarot, and today I'll be doing the general read for the zodiac sign Aquarius. Aquarius, I pre-shuffled your cards, and this is what I got going on right now. Okay, so what I'm seeing with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Swords followed by the Lovers, okay, it seems like you're in a connection that's inevitable, okay? So this is a connection that you're very deep in love with the person that you're in a connection with, but there's something that happened with this Three of Swords, okay? We're going to get a look into that right now, actually. Let's take a look. What is the heartbreak with this? This is a soulmate connection, by the way. You could have a soul connection, a soulmate tied to this person, okay? But let's see what's this heartbreak that's going on in your connection. With the Ace of Cups, it seems like it's very passionate, guys. So let's take a look. I'm going to be nosy, you know, off the back. I got to see what's going on with my Aquariuses, you know what I mean? So clarify that Three of Swords for Aquarius, guardians. Clarify that Three of Swords. Clarify that Three of Swords. Ooh. Someone's probably good at keeping secrets. No card wants to come out. There we go. Oh, wait. Okay. Justice card, okay? You could be dealing with a Libra, okay? It doesn't have to be. This could be the energy is putting out, okay? The Justice card. There's some type of legal terms that you had to take towards this person, okay? The soulmate connection, all right? I need another clarification. What about this Justice card? Clarify this Justice card for Aquarius. Okay, this is a situation that you had to leave, that you had to walk away from, okay? It was no longer serving you any purpose. So this person could have been doing stuff behind the scenes, all right? You're going to know more accurate the details. This person could have been sneaking around. This person could have been lying, manipulating to you about something, okay? This was a matter that you probably had to go to court for, okay, Aquarius? So with the Justice card, either you had to go to court or there's some type of justice that you want towards this, okay? You could have kind of probably done wrong dirty and you want some kind of justice towards this, okay? This connection had you leave. This was a soulmate connection, right? So let's get a clarification because we got the Five of Wands. So there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of arguments, okay? Your families could have possibly been involved, their side and your side, okay? So there's a lot of things going on over here with this connection, all right? Let's get... What's going on with this connection right now? Because it shows that it's in an upright position so that you could possibly be still connected with this person somehow, some way. You could possibly be married or something in that matter that this Lovers is in upright. So let's get a clarification with the Lovers. All right, you could be dealing with another air sign, all right? Libra, Gemini, possibly another Aquarius, okay? There's fire, there's water, and there's earth here. All the signs are here. So don't get too stuck with the signs, all right? Yeah, there's another, that's the King of Cups. That's another water sign. So you could be dealing with a water sign, okay? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Now, you probably were the mature one in this connection, okay? You were Aquarius are very intuitive. You guys are fixed signs. So you guys see the bullshit before it even happens, okay? And you could just tell by this person's behaviors how they were acting behind the scenes, right? And you notice that this person was probably very attached to their phone or something. They were coming home at a different time of the day, right? Or they were always making an excuse to leave the house. So this person was acting funny, okay? I hope this is making sense, Aquarius. This person was acting funny, but you caught on to that bullshit and you caught on very quick, all right? Don't mind my hands right here. I got chipped up at the job. But you caught on very quick to what this person was doing, right? And this hurt you very bad because this is the Ace of Cups, right? So let's see how you felt about this person because the Ace of Cups is like you could have overgave to this situation, right? You could have poured your heart out to this person. And this is why like Aquarius are very shy when it comes to love because you guys... you guys don't like to fall in love because when you do, you pour your heart out, right? And just to get disrespected back, just to get hurt back, right? So we got this Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you were the one that's pretty much carried the workload in this relationship, okay? Everybody came to Aquarius when they had problems, when they had issues, right? But all of a sudden, when this person started to turn on you, this person probably turning family members towards you too, and that's why we got this Five of Wands right here because there was a lot of fighting going on. This is more than one person involved, okay? So there's multiple people here that got involved probably with this connection. So this had to be a meaningful connection, somebody you were probably with for a long time. I'm guessing you could have been married too, all right? So some of you probably got married, some of you probably got divorced as well, and you had to leave this connection. It was no longer serving you purpose. You did catch this person a lot of their bullshit, but at the end, it's just like, now what? Now you had to isolate yourself, Aquarius, from that situation with that Four of Pentacles right here, okay? You took your energy, right, and you left. You possibly could have moved somewhere else. You probably could have went back to your families. You could have went to a friend's. You went somewhere because you had to restore your marbles. You had to gather your stuff together, your evidence and everything, and you had to just part ways. You had to leave that situation. It was no longer serving you purpose, Aquarius. So let's see what was the call. What was the clarify this Five of Wands? You know, I want to be a little bit more detailed for my Aquarius. Clarify that Five of Wands. What do we need to know about this? What do we need to know about this? Clarify that Five of Wands for Aquarius. Yeah. Okay, so this person pretended like they did everything for you. So the stories they were telling the people around them was bullshit, pretty much, okay? They were telling everybody they was giving you so much, they was doing so much for the Aquarius, right? But they were just giving you like crumbs. They were giving you peanuts. I hope this is making sense, Aquarius. They were giving you crumbs, but they made it seem like they was giving you the world, okay? But you will find out that this person could have been giving more to somebody else. And you know, they're just straight lying to other people's face about you. But people that don't like you are going to believe who they want to believe. So I wouldn't really care about the other people's opinions, period, right? You're doing the right thing by isolating yourself, keep it to yourself with this this toxic connection. You're pretty much in a toxic connection, right? This was a person you used to love. Let's get one more clarification before we look into the future. What's going on to your future, Aquarius? The Four of Pentacles. Okay, and that's the normal thing to do. Just about almost everybody isolates themselves after like a toxic connection or someone that you really thought you could love. You know, love, it feels good when you're in love. It does. It really does, Aquarius. But then, you know, everybody hopes not to have the shitty part of it, you know, the short end of the stick. Clarify. It's being so stubborn by pulling your cards today, Aquarius. Okay, well, we'll go with that one right there. All right, so you're taking this time with that Nine of Cups, right? You're taking this time to start working on yourself and start doing the things that you always wanted to do before, right? What happens, you were spending too much time on this connection and you couldn't really do the things that you want for yourself because you were spending too much time by, if you have kids with this person, you would spend time with the kids, seeing with this person, making sure you were taking care of this person properly, Aquarius, okay? When you're that deep in love, you take good care of your partner, all right? That's for sure. Aquarius does. When they're in love, they take very good care of their partner, right? So now you're just like, finally, you're starting to feel more confident. You're starting to go out. You're starting to like dress better, right? And you realize that, damn, I was pouring so much into this person's cup that I forgot about my cup. I forgot about my cup. Your cups were drained. You were pouring so much into that person, Aquarius. Now, I'm glad that you're suiting up and you're looking better. You know, you dusted yourself off and you kept working on yourself. That's what should be done, baby. That's why you that fixed sign. I love my fixed signs. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a fixed sign too. So you guys did the absolute right thing. That's what I would do too. And let's look into your future now, baby. Yeah, you're definitely moving, okay? You're gonna move to like a new place, a new apartment, a new house, okay? You're moving to calmer waters. You're like, all right, I'm done. This connection is done, right? And you know, whatever this person did is forgivable, all right? It's up to you. You have the free will. If you have family with this person, you think this person could change, that's up to you, Aquarius, to really, you know. But I think it's done. It's done. There's too much trauma, okay? With that Nine of Wands, you got the Death card right here. You're done with that whole situation, okay? So you're moving on. You're moving on to bigger and better. You're going to end this situation, and you're just going to, if you have kids, you're co-parenting, pretty much. You're going to be co-parenting if you have kids with this person. Come on, let's get some good cards for Aquarius. Let's get some good cards for Aquarius. That fell. Let me grab that. All right. Yeah, we got the Moon card. Now let's get one more to clarify that one. Let's get one more to clarify that one. Clarify that. Okay. And then boom. All right. So basically with the Moon card, and we got the Ten of Pentacles. So you're going to do you're going to switch up your whole manifestation. You're not going to be looking at love. Okay. You can have a lot of suitors, but you're not going to be entertaining that. Okay. Because of this trauma in the past. Any bad relationship, the person that got done dirty is the person that's going to be single, okay, for a little bit while longer, right? Because you realize you put a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of affection into this connection, right? And you realize, you know what? I'm going to start just working on my manifestations, on my wishes, baby. And the best way to do it is focus on that bread, focus on that money. And that's what you're doing right there with that 10 of Pentacles, Aquarius. Yeah. You're going to be looking into that more stable life, right? You're going to sort of like do what you were supposed to do with this soulmate, but by yourself. Okay, temporarily, you never know what's coming down the line, but you're going to be in a position where you're going to be more stable, more grounded, more rooted to the earth, okay? Because you're not going to entertain whoever comes next to you, Aquarius. Let me just say this. Whoever comes next to you needs to come correct, okay? And you're very intuitive, so you're gonna see any bullshit, any slight, even if not even, it doesn't even have to be a red flag. It could be a pink flag, and you're out of there. Pew, you're gone. You're gonna go. You're gonna do what Aquarius do best. You're gonna go ghost on that person, right? Because you don't got time for the bullshit. Okay, your time is very valuable, and people that disrespect it leaves that mark on you, and it leaves that scar on your heart. And that's just something that even if it heals, you know, that scar is always permanently there and you'll never forget, okay? So you're going to be like, I'm going to focus on this money because money ain't going to disappoint me, right? But listen, I want to clarify that death card, right? Yeah, you're going towards money, but what's in the future? What else? I got to be nosy, Aquarius. What's in the future? You know, it sucks that these heartbreaks are lessons in life and that we have to go through them, unfortunately, right? But trust and believe that person, right? You want to get, you want karma for that person, right? You were in a connection where you had to constantly, they guilt tripped you. So they made it feel like you were the problem. You was always here having to defend yourself. You're like, how am I the problem? You the one that's being tricky. You the one that's doing the shit behind the scenes. I'm the one that's pouring into this whole family, right? So you're done, all right? And I wouldn't be surprised if you stay single for quite a while, right? Relationships should not be draining. It should be a partnership, okay? It should not be draining the way what I'm seeing over here. It shouldn't be like that, okay? Both parties should pour into each other, all right? It shouldn't feel like you're working 2 jobs and overtime on top of that with a connection. It just shouldn't, right? So, but that's just how things go. You are done with that completely. You're done with having to explain yourself, defend yourself, and all of that matter, all right? But you know what? I don't want to leave my Aquariuses like that. Got some oracles. So guardian angels, right? Let's get a message. What is a message that Aquarius should know, okay, about their future? What is a message that Aquarius should know about their future? There we go, baby. I love my oracle cards over here. Coffee. I'm a coffee lover like no other. All right, so, all right, we're going to go with this one right here. All right, we got on the mend. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Boom, there it is, as you heal your heart. Listen, the oracle, my angels don't lie, baby. Getting better. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. So that's a beautiful card. So you're going to go through your healing process, all right? And you're just going to get better and better as time goes. Aquarius are very strong zodiac signs, okay? You guys are very intuitive, very headstrong when it comes to what's going on, right? So it'll eat at you for a little bit, but then you're going to recover like no other. And then you're going to just get better. And then that money, you're going to see your life changing, right? And I tell all the signs this as well. The best therapy is like going to the gym, all right? Since it's springtime, the weather's getting nice, and in summertime, hiking helps, everything, bike riding. Just do stuff that stimulates your mind. Get grounded, get rooted, get reconnected with the earth, okay? You know, walk barefooted on grass, so make sure there's clean grass, all right? And then you start feeling more grounded to the earth, all right? Those are the best, basically, therapy that you can have, right? And it's free, okay, except for the gym. But the gym is so worth it because you'll start seeing changes on your body, and the sky's the limit, right? You start seeing that, you start seeing your shape changing. You start seeing yourself getting skinnier. You start seeing your glutes get bigger, right? Yeah, and then you be like, then you start buying new clothes. There's no better feeling than that, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, that was your read. Have a good one.